Hey guys, RPM here, hope you're doing well, having a really great day. This video I am going to be doing an overview and essentially a review, going to give you guys my thoughts regarding the Fruition Designs ASIC shrouds for a bunch of different ASIC miners, L7, S19, E9 Pros, and a few other ones here, which in this video I'm going to be going over the L7 kit that I actually just did a live stream of installing this. And so I want to give you guys my thoughts and opinions and just go through the simple setup process, which was pretty easy to get this started. So before I begin, thank you to CryptoMinerBros.com for the Antminer L7. They actually sent this to me a couple months back, and this thing has been a monster. But the issue that I've had with these Antminer L7s, or actually any Bitmain ASIC, is, you all know, the stock Bitmain Delta fans. Those are really loud at stock, and obviously depending on your environment, it could be very hot. The fan speeds could be at max. And so the decibel rating for one of these is sometimes up to 85 decibels. I've done tests before of like an S19 being really close to 1, and it was really loud. But here we are with a simple 8-inch AC Infinity inline fan. You guys can see the decibels are really low. 66, 67 decibels from 80 from the stock Bitmain fans. And so actually recording this video right now, just to give you guys my thoughts right now, like, I can't hear this thing upstairs. So that's really one of the greatest things about this kit, is that it keeps it silent in a way that it's not going to disrupt your own home. And so ASIC mining at home comfortably is attainable for those that want to purchase something like this. Now, some of you guys may be wondering about the price. So let's go through that. So specifically, this 30mm Deluxe Crypto ASIC silencing and cooling kit for the L7, the one I have here that I set up, is $242 on FruitionDesignsLLC.com. Link down below if you guys are interested. There is free shipping, but you do need to purchase the 8-inch AC Infinity inline fan as well. So on Amazon.com, this is $179. So if you add both of these things together, which is all you need, okay, the silencing kit plus the 8-inch inline fan, the cost is together about $420. All right, $420 US for this whole setup to essentially get rid of that sound, that high-pitched whine from the Delta fans, which for me, I heard upstairs, but now that I have this on, again, I don't hear it. So that $420, some people may think, like, Red Panda, what about getting a immersion kit, or some type of immersion system? Well, those can run up to a couple $1,000s. And for this type of method, where you don't have to deal with the fluid or mineral oil or whatever that you dunk your ASIC miners in to keep them quiet and cool, you don't have to deal with stuff like that. And so with something like this, it's a bit more attainable for the home ASIC miner especially, okay? And another thing that's also positive is the power consumption. Okay, so normally I know my 9.3 gigahash L7 here normally does take around 35 to 3550 watts. So when we removed the 120mm fans in the front and the 120mm fans in the back, it has definitely cut down over 100 watts. And right now I'm actually running the AC Infinity fan at about 75% right now. And so this AC Infinity fan is only using about 69 watts by itself at 120 volt. And just to verify with you guys here, this thing's been running now perfectly for about 2 days and 5 hours. And the temperatures, as you guys can see, is here. So I'm not running the AC Infinity fan at high speed right now. It's pretty good. So if you guys want to hear, so if I'm just gonna put my phone up here, you guys can see 70, 72 decibels right up to it. But if I'm back here, let's say 62, 63, it's really not loud at all. And if I go further back, let's say, 60 decibels. So this thing is really quiet. Like, it's perfect in my situation here. And stay tuned, Fruition Designs also sent me another kit, actually a few other kits. I have the E9 Pro, I have one for my S19 XP, and actually they also sent me one of these silencers as well. But to be honest, I don't need it. This is honestly perfect. So stay tuned for that video. I do have the other kits here. I have 2 more AC Infinity fans. I'm going to add it to my, I think my K7 and my S19 XP here. Okay, so stay tuned for, I think, another live stream, and I am going to try to take out the power supply, the fans. Not the fans, I'm going to keep them in there because they need to be in there as like a placeholder for the screws, but the power, all right, so they're actually plugged in. So actually, in that live stream where we did this L7, I did not remove the fan power for these 3 PSU fans. I didn't take off the case here, but actually Chum Change XD did a great video, an amazing video of reviewing one of these shrouds as well, and he did the whole thing with his L7. So now, let me just go through, you know, the process here. When you open up the Fruition Designs box, you know, it comes with all the parts needed, all the screws and whatnot, but also a how-to. And I followed this guide during the live stream, and I have to say it was perfect. You know, everything was explained here just perfect on how to remove which screws, and explained very thoroughly on how to do each step, which was great. But I did miss one page. It said optional, perform at your own risk. All right, so this one here, which I just explained earlier, was to remove the fan connections for the PSU. Okay, so again, right now I have mine already plugged in. I didn't touch it at all, so they are running. So that is going to add a little bit to the power consumption for this L7 versus the, you know, the inline fan I'm currently running, right? The AC Infinity at 69 watts right now at 75%. And we'll do a test here of going a bit higher, and we'll see how much power and noise it adds on. But this is an optional method here, but they said we cannot take responsibility if you do perform this step. Proceed with self-liability. So there is some disclaimers here you guys can read here of doing this method. So we're going to try that actually on my S19 XP in another live stream. But yeah, the instructions were great. It also comes with the screws, existing Bitmain screws to attach the shrouds to the Bitmain ASIC. Is that, you know, the existing long ones are too long because it's going to hit the heatsink or the hash board, that it could short it. All right, so that's something you don't want to use the existing Bitmain screws. You want to use these screws provided by Fruition Designs. And then as well, when you remove the 120mm fans, you're going to need to plug in the 4 fan emulators, and so they are provided with the kit that you decide to buy for your specific ASIC miner. Okay, they have different models. You guys go check out their website, again, link down below. This is such a great way to silence those high-pitch delta fans that you all know come with these Bitmain ASICs. All right, let's do a simple test here. So we're taking about 69 watts right now at about 75% fan speed, and the temperature is about 80. Okay, you guys can see there, outlet temp. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna click it once, and that's gonna go up to, I think, 90%. Now the power consumption has gone up about another 32 watts. So it's also a little bit louder. Okay, so if I get my decibel reader here, 69 decibels. $65. I was about 60 here last time. So about 64 here. So we've gone up 4 decibels as we went up another notch on the AC Infinity controller. Now there is a con that I was thinking about, is that with the Bitmain ASIC miner, with the fan emulators, if the temperature does get at a high amount, let's say, I don't know, if, you know, for some reason the inline fan decide to die, will the Bitmain ASIC, you know, auto shut off at a certain temperature with those fan emulators? So I'm sure that is something that it would definitely do as like a fail safe. And you guys can see now, okay, the temperature has been dropping. Let me refresh the page. Okay, we're at 76 now, 77, just by going up a little bit on the fan controller. So we've added another 30 watts to have a little bit better temperature. So we're gonna go up another notch here at full bore. Okay, this is full speed now, and we are now going up 170 watts. Whoa, yeah, 171 now, 171. This is at full bore for the AC Infinity, and it's actually much louder. Let's see here. 73 decibels here. $68 here. So I was getting 64 with that setting over here before. So I was getting about 64 previously. We're at 67 now. So at full bore, this thing I do hear a little bit louder noise, obviously. So for me, I found a good setting to be about this much, right? 70, I think that's what, 80%, 70%, you guys can let me know. But another thing I thought of is that AC Infinity do have the thermostats as well, like thermostat controller. So in case the temperature does change, you know, we could program it in a way that the fan speeds could change, but how would it read the, you know, the ASIC temperature as well? So I guess that's going to be something based on the ambient temperature. If I were to get the thermostat controller for the AC Infinity, that's something to think about. But depends on your environment, of course. I'm of course going to be running this on my ASIC shelf. You know, this is just my testing area. I don't have any exhaust or anything. But overall, this thing is quite awesome. This is the solution for me. As I'm living here, I'm also mining in my basement. This is going to essentially control the sound a lot lower, and I won't hear it upstairs, or I can't hear it upstairs. I've confirmed that by just going above here. And yeah, this L7 now is a lot quieter, and I can mine with this comfortably now at these noise levels, which is just perfect. Okay, my friends, that's it for this review and overview of the Fruition Designs ASIC silencer kit shroud. Looks like a car intake thing, like manifold. Looks pretty sweet. You guys let me know what you think about this kit, and I will see you all in the next video. Have a good one. Peace out. I guess I'll try this silencer on the end to see if it'll be a lot more quieter. Probably will, but like I said, it's not bad already. It's really good. Really good.